record. All right, my dear students. Here, as you see, lesson 5 in chapter 6. So lesson 6.5, the title is Problem Solving, Distance, Rate, and Time Formulas. In our today's lesson, our essential is how can you use the strategy, use a formula to solve problems involving distance, rate, and time. You can solve problems involving distance, rate, and time by using the formulas below. In each formula, D represents distance, R represents rate, and T represents time. As you see here, guys, D means distance equals R times T. R means rate, T means time. Okay, so this formula to find the distance. The second formula here, R means rate. So to find the rate, you need to divide the distance D by the time T, right? So the second formula for finding rate. To find time, T equals D divided by R. T time equals distance divided by R, which is rate. Okay, so I want all of you to open the notebook to write something important. Okay, we're gonna summary these 3 formulas, okay, in our notebooks by using triangle rule. Okay, triangle rule. So please write with me here in that page. Listen. 6.4. Sorry, 6.5.
5.
Yeah, 5. In the mid point here, in the mid space of your page, lesson 6.5. Okay, right here, distance. Sorry, I need to erase this. Right, distance. Okay, here, rate and time. Okay, so D for distance. The first letter here, Ahmed, is D. Okay, so D represents distance, R represents rate, T represents time. Okay, if in my question needs me to find one of them, we're going to use the rule here. Look, guys, I'm gonna put them inside this triangle rule. Okay, draw a triangle by using your pencil. Okay, use the pencil to write this triangle. Cut it. Yes, Abdullah.
Assalamu alaikum, I am Abdullah Imran. Sorry for late, but class is lagging.
Okay, Abdullah. So please, Abdullah, write with me here in the notebook. Lesson 6.5, distance, rate, and time. Okay, Abdullah, the first letter here is D for distance. So I choose a sign like D. Okay, and here rate for R, rate, R for rate, T for time, right? And we're going to organize them in that triangle rule. I named it triangle rule. Okay, here D, distance, right? And the cut here between these two, or cut this area into 2 equal parts like this. Right here R and here T. Okay. This line, guys, this midline represents divide. Okay. And this midline between R and T represents multiply. Okay, so if I asked you to find the D, if I asked you to find the D, so please erase the D like this, or put your hand on D, right? You will find the R times T. So you must write R times T, R times T. Okay, this formula, if I asked you about the distance, right? In the question, when I ask you find the distance, so you need to multiply the rate by the time. Okay, okay, this is the D. Ahmed, take it right now by this shape, and you will understand when I show you an example. Okay, so Ahmed, look Ahmed, if I ask you about the D, take D outside, and you need to find the D by using rate and time, multiply them together here. Okay, you will find the D.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So right now, if I asked you to find the rate, what should you do? If I want you to find the rate, I'm gonna erase the rate. Okay, so what should you do? Here,
Mr. R equal T divide D.
excellent.
Mr. I know, Mr. You will put D and T.
Yes, I'm going to divide D
Yeah, D and T.
and T. That's right. So this is the formula of the rate. If I ask you about the rate, find the rate or find the speed like this. Okay.
Mr.
Okay. So again, if I asked you to find the time here.
R divide D. R divide D.
Mr. R, D divided R.
D divided R. D divided
D
by
divided
R.
R, Mr.
Okay, if I want you to find the T, I'm
Okay,
gonna...
Mr. How we know if it's multiplying or dividing?
Okay, you
From the line.
will understand this from the question, Ahmed. Okay, when you read the question and the question asking you to find the T here, T, I erase it because I needed to write here outside. T equals what over what? D divided by the rate R.
Divide by R.
So this, the third formula. This is the third formula for finding the T time. Okay, so please write this in your notebook quickly.
Yes, sir, I write.
Okay, so don't forget this triangle rule, never ever. It helps you to find any part of these parts.
Mr.
Yes, Abdullah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, Abdullah, you can't understand directly. You need an example to understand. So please, only I want you to write them like this. Look, Abdullah, if I want D in the example, okay, I'll show you, inshallah, after a few minutes. You need to multiply the rate and T. Look, the rate R and the T time. You need to multiply.
Sir, it's so easy.
Here rate means the speed like this, some special number, and the T is a special number in the question. You will.
Sir,
Okay, Abdullah, do you understand? Wait, Muhammad, please. Abdullah, if I want D, so you need to multiply R and T. Okay, Abdullah, if you need the R, so divide. Yeah.
Divide T with D.
Yeah, so D first, D divided by T. If you need time,
Okay.
if you need the time, T, divide D with R. Divide D by R. Okay?
Okay.
So let's get back to our book right now to see the question.
Mr.
Yes, Muhammad.
Can I say my question?
Yes.
That Mr. Distance for what? And rate for what? And time for what?
Distance for the distance between two things, between two places like this. You will see here in the problem, Muhammad. Okay, distance between two places. The example is going to show you everything, Muhammad. So please wait. Okay, let us read the example together. Look, please look at the screen right now. Helena drives 220 miles to visit Niagara Falls. So this number 220 miles, inside your mind, what does it represent? What does it represent? Time, the first one who raised his hand.
Yes, Mister.
What does the 220 represent for you?
Distance.
Distance. So we have D right now. Okay, guys, do you understand this? Helena drives 220 miles to visit Niagara Falls. So this number for D, distance, right? Am I right, guys? Say right, please. Say, yes, teacher, you are right.
Yes, yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let me complete and follow me, please. She drives at an average speed of 55 miles per hour. 55 miles per hour, okay? This number 55 miles per hour, like this, look, 55 miles per 1 hour. So what is this? Or what does it represent? Rate. That's right. It's rate. So we have here R, rate. The question asked us, how long does the trip take? How long does the trip take? What does he ask me about? He asked me
How long does the trip take? To know it, Mister, we need to divide.
Mister, can I tell you the answer? Mister, we need to divide.
Guys, please don't talk together. Wait, I'm asking one of you, please. So, Talib, what does the question ask me about?
Mister, the question asked how long does the trip takes?
So, does it mean?
Time. So if we want to get the time, we will divide D by R.
Okay, the triangle says D up and R here multiplied by T. So, do you have D number? Do you have that?
Yeah, we have. It's 220.
So I'm gonna put here 220. Okay.
20.
You have R?
Yeah, we have 55 miles.
5. So do you have T or he asked us about?
No, he asked us about it. He
Great.
asked us.
So what should you do to find the answer right now?
We need to divide 220 by 55.
Excellent. So I have received some answers in the chat box from your classmates. Good job, my dear students. So Talib, what is the correct answer? Do you know when you divide 220 by 55? Let us.
No, Mister, we need to calculate it.
Yeah, we need to calculate it. So let's write here, or let's apply that long division symbol. 220 divided by 55.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to take 2 divided by 55. I can't. Right?
Yeah.
So here's 0. 22 divided by 55. I can't.
I can't.
Another 0. I'm going to take 0 as a helper, so I have 220.
20.
I need to write multiples line to find 120.
Yeah.
1 multiply 50.
155 first, and then 110.
100 what? 110.
10.
And 3.
And then 165.
65. 4.
And then 210.
210, that's right.
And then 265.
220 here, take care.
Yeah, 220.
220. When you add 55 plus 165, you will find here 200.
Mister, we have it. Yeah, here.
So the answer is 4
4
and 225 below. When you subtract.
minus equals 0.
So the answer
So is 4.
is 4.
4, mister.
So the answer is 4. 4 what? What is the time? Here's the time.
For
For what? You can know from the rate here.
hours, 4 hours.
Yes. So 4 hours. The answer
4
down
hours.
here, 4 hours. You must write the answer like me. I'm going to change the color to
Yeah.
show you that.
Mister, I mute.
Yes. All of you guys
Okay, thank you.
who want to.
Mister, can you keep the screen a little? I want to write.
Okay, right.
Okay, thank you.
If you want to talk about the example again, what do I need to find? I need to find the time. I need to find what? The time the trip takes. What information do I need to use? I need to use the distance, okay? The D, distance, Helena travels, and the average of speed. Average of speed. Her car is moving. How will I use the information? First, I'll choose the formula. We choose the formula, right? D divided by R. Because I need to find the time. Because I need to find the time. Next, I'll substitute for D and R. Then I'll calculate here, calculate to find the time. Okay. The time was 55, I think. The time equals 220 miles divided by 55. Okay, so when we divide 220 divided by 55, we found the answer 4. If you want to complete like this, please complete quickly in the book. Quickly, and quickly. Don't forget to write the steps in any empty space. These are my steps. Okay. Okay. Have you finished your handwriting, my dear students?
Mister,
Yeah.
I
Mister,
finished one now, but
no,
I
no, no,
didn't,
wait,
but I have no camera.
Okay. So, do you know the relationship between our today's video that I have shown you and this example? They are,
Yes, it's really easy.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, it's
Because
helpful.
they are related to each other. It's a nature view, beautiful view in Niagara Falls that I have shown you in the video. And here the question is talking about the same place.
Mister, I finished.
And we have a problem in math about that place. Okay, and we have solved it, alhamdulillah. So, do we need another example?
Mister, I didn't finish.
Quickly,
Yes, yes.
Yeah, mister, yeah.
we need another example. We need
To
another.
understand more.
Okay. So quickly, please, if you didn't finish, quickly finish. 5, 4, 3,
Capture the screen.
2, 1. Here we go. Try another problem. Santiago's class.
Mister, I still didn't finish.
Please take a screenshot because we don't
برسل لك الأجوبة بالكاس.
waste our time. We have just only
Okay.
7 minutes. Then we're gonna leave. Okay.
Okay.
Here,
And I didn't answer so
Santiago's
quickly.
class.
I took the picture.
Santiago's class traveled to the Museum of Nature Science for a field trip. Okay, So Santiago's class traveled to the Museum of Nature Science for a field trip. To reach the destination, the bus traveled at a rate of 65 miles per hour. So what does 65 represent in our problem?
The distance.
Yeah, no, he said the rate, the care. Look,
Mr. Ray.
It's rate,
reach the destination. To reach the destination, the bus traveled at a rate. A rate here means the speed, okay? The speed of that bus, right? So a rate of 65. So this is R, okay? You need to understand. Okay, for what? For 2 hours. So here 2 hours represents what for us?
Right.
Time, T, that's right. What distance did Santiago's class travel?
Mister, can you see my answer in the chat?
Answer, but let me ask you, what is the required? R or T or
Mr. D.
Yeah, I need to know D. So look at the triangle, okay? Don't forget the triangle. D over here, R and T. Substitute the numbers inside the places. Here, I'm going to choose one of you to help me. Where should I put? Hassan, the distance number. What is the distance number? Do you know it here, Hassan? Do you know the distance number? Hassan. Okay, good job, my dear student. Answered right. Do you know the distance, Hassan, here? Do you know it? Do you have any number in the question represent?
No.
So I need to know it. So I'm gonna put question marks. Do you know that the rate? Do you know the rate number? Thank you for writing only one answer, not more answer like this, Muhammad Rida. Do you know the rate? Hassan.
Yes, teacher.
What is the rate here? What is the number of rate?
5 miles.
5. That's right. What is the number of time? Good job. So yeah, here too.
2 hours.
If you want to find the distance, what should you do? Multiply here or divide?
Divide.
How? They are beside each other. When you see R beside T and you have the number of R and the number of T, okay, look at here. It's multiplied. Hassan, you didn't focus from the beginning when I explained this triangle rule, right?
Mr. Can you answer it?
Hassan, it's easy, Hassan. Please, Hassan, don't waste your time. Don't waste your math class without focusing.
Mr. Can I answer it?
Hey.
You have distance. If you need the distance, if you want to find the distance, and you have the numbers of rate and time, and they are beside each other, so you need to multiply them. The answer is easy. 65 multiplied by 2, it's 130.
130.
Yes, 130 what? What is the unit here?
This.
Look, the unit in the question, he said miles. So the distance here in miles, because he said 65 miles per hour. So I got the unit from the question. It's miles. Rate here is written a rate of, so 65 means rate. 2 hours means time. And he wants the distance. He said, what distance? Easy question. Do you need any effort to write what do I need to find? What information do I need to use? How will I use the information? No. This triangle rule, summary, everything, summarize everything for us. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right, guys? Do you need another example?
Yeah.
We have 3.
Mister, can you answer?
No
Can I
need.
answer it by divide? There is only
Go
2
up, I want
minutes.
to write. Mister, I want to write. Can you go a little up?
Okay.
Mister, can I answer it by divide?
No, you can't answer by division. Never.
I finished.
Because the rule here,
Mister, that I mean it, I can make it by decimal.
Muhammad, what is your question?
Mister, I have no question. Can I divide it here in my book. It's correct?
Divided what by what?
65 divide 2.
No, it's wrong.
Okay.
Because the rule here says D up and the R down, T beside R. You have rate 65 and you have T, which is 2, and you need the distance.
Okay.
So the distance equals R times T, R times T. This is the rule. This is the formula.
Okay.
Okay?
There's 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good, guys.
Bye.
Example here. If the bus traveled at rate 55 miles per hour, this is rate. He says this is rate 55. Okay? For 2.5 hour, 2.5 hour, 2 hours and a half. Okay? So how would the distance be affected? Who tells me the answer?
Mister,
What should I do here? Put the triangle beside.
Mister, it's my turn, yeah?
No, it's not your turn, Muhammad.
Mister, it's my turn. I am after Hassan.
Okay. Tell me, what should I put here? Say
Mister, D, you put line in the center. R, then T.
and T.
Between R and T, we make the multiply. And between D and R, we put divide.
Okay. Do you have the rate? He said the rate is 55. Do you have?
Mister, Mister, we multiply.
Okay, that's right. And the time 2.5. So we're going to multiply to find the distance. That's right. 55 multiplied by 2.5 equals what? I'm waiting the answer. All of you in the chat box. Quickly, quickly, quickly. I think we have finished the class. Don't forget, guys.
Mister, the answer is 137.5.
100.
Is that
1.
100 لا 3 Mister 7.5.
Okay, this is the correct.
5 is the last answer.
Excellent answer, my dear son Muhammad. This is the distance in miles because he says miles in the question. Good job. Don't forget to solve the work. Inshallah, share and show plus think central. Right, guys? Easy lesson today. See you inshallah next time for Kahoot plus the quiz. You guys 3 lessons. Lesson 6.3, lesson 6.4, lesson 6.5. 3 lessons in the quiz plus Kahoot. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, Mr. Bye. Thank you.